We are. Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Livy Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Yes, we're live from London. If you don't know, I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and also to earn at the same time. Yes, I'm speaking from the nose because I still got a cold, thanks to Miami. But yeah, if you guys are watching on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Today, we're going to be talking about and I'm TikTok. I'm going to leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. So you guys can, all you need to do is watch the replay there. Oops, sorry, Insta and Facebook. I'm just going to push you for a minute here. We're going to be talking about how to be the greatest version of you. And I want to share a couple of things of how we can get into that. But before we jump into that, I know it's been a while. I haven't been able to go live with the traveling, with the red eye flight, with like just jumping, getting back into everyday life. We are number 6 in terms of premium nutritional supplements. If you guys don't know, I saw premium nutritional supplements with the number one network marketing company that is in the wellness game. And so we're number 6 on the whole, like thousands of companies, which is kind of cool. We sold more than 3 billion in terms of turnover and supplements. So if that's something for you, absolutely link in bio. You can just WhatsApp me. But today we're going to be talking about the greatest version of you. Hey, Andy. Hey, Tracy, Chiara, Sasha, Michaela. Ciao, amore, come stai? And do you know we have 272 days left until the end of 2024? And you're like, what, Olivia? We're already in Q2 and you're talking about the end of the year? Yes, I'm talking about the end of the year just because I want you to understand we are in Q2. So for the ones that don't know, quarter 2 means that January, February, March was quarter 1, and now we're in quarter 2, meaning that I want you to be the better version of you. Insta, TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. So you guys, all you need to do is follow along on that one. Excuse me. Somebody the other day was like, "You just cough like a man." I'm like, "Well, I got a cough, not the fact that I went to Miami and I got cold. So I didn't expect the AC to be so cold. My body was not used to it and haven't traveled so far since COVID. But that's another story for another time. So how can you become the better version of you? Like, what does that mean? It really means, because I posted today on my feed on Insta and Facebook that, yes, if you guys don't know, I sell premium nutritional supplements and I started about 3 years. But how I started was because I prayed to God for an opportunity for Him to bring body, mind, and soul. But the reason and the message that I wanted to share is that I wasn't comfortable to show my body in a swimsuit because I didn't have the confidence. But in order for me to have the confidence, in order for me to have the breakthrough, I had to jump into fear to overcome it. And so I want to share with you the couple of things that will help you out and how you can build the best version of you. And it will take 3 different things. You're going to have to buy the vision, buy the dream. You're going to have to sell the dream, and you're going to have to live the dream. Okay. Buy the dream, sell the dream, live the dream. But how will you do that? You need to create the vision, the discipline, and the boundaries. And I'm going to share a little bit so you guys can, be able to follow up on that one. So yeah, in order for you to grow in some way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to draw a line in the sand and share and showcase what is it that you're wanting to change. Sophie, Charmers, Tracy to Sophie to Andy. What is it that you are wanting to go from here to the other side? Because if you don't write the plan as it's written in the Bible, but I'm not here to talk about the Bible. I'm just here to talk about, like, because I'm Christian, but whatever kind of belief you have, that's absolutely fine. But if you don't write the plan, the vision won't come to reality, right? No plan, nowhere where to go. So you got to be able to say to yourself, if you're wanting to lose that extra weight, you have to write it down. How much you wanting to lose, Fortune? How much you wanting to lose, Andy? Kiara, how much you wanting to lose? Like, what is your goal in terms until the end of 2024? I said we have 272 days left until the end, until we get to 2024. But what is it that you are wanting to build to? Because being the better version of you, being the greatest version of you, is going to require you to write it down. You need to write the vision down. And it may not make sense to your family. It may not make sense to your friends. It may not make sense to your colleagues. It may not make sense to your grandmother. It may not make sense to anybody. And that's okay, Catherine. That's okay, Tracy. That's okay, Andy. It doesn't matter, because your vision is yours. It's not the next door neighbors. It's not, landlady. It's not the cleaning lady. It's not the guys that work here. It's not the painters. It's yours. But your vision won't happen if you're not willing to start moving. You're not a tree, So move. But in order to move, you got to be able to say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to lose the weight. I want to recruit a certain amount of people. I want to, I don't know what you have as a dream. I want to set up a business. If that's something for you and you're looking for something, link in bio. Let's get you started, right? We have the best business model on the planet. Hey, Danny. But it starts with, you got to buy the dream for yourself. What is the dream that you have within you? What is the dream that, Lindsay, you're like, I have to breathe every single day because this is the only thing, hey, Sarah Love, that I absolutely love. I will talk, I will breathe all the time. I will talk about my supplements all day, every single day. I will talk about the multicultural that feel like a stranger in their own country, but want to show up on social media, but at the same time want to tell their story, but they don't know how to do it. I will show up for them because I know that I can change one person at a time until it gets changed. But that's mine. What is yours? Right? I can't tell you what your dream is because I don't know. But Sarah, you must know. Lindsay, you must know. Angelica, you must know. Andy, you must know. Danny, you must know. Kiara, you must know. Chantel, you must know. Shanice, you must know. And if you don't know, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying that it's bad. Maybe it's time for you to maybe sit down and take a pen and paper. I literally today, before I went live, I was like, okay, God, when should I go live? 7:45. Okay, what should I talk about? He was like, just go on social media. You'll figure it out. I was like, cool, bro. I was like, okay, you might know. And the thing is, if you guys knew how many times I have started and I have failed and I have started and I have failed, you're not looking at somebody that just tried one business and it was right. I opened a business that cost me 50 euros. I shut it down for 4K. Then I tried different network marketing companies, but I didn't find the right one until I found the right one today. I have failed forward more times than you probably have think. I have stopped and started things that I'm like, okay, this is not working, so we're going to have to shift at this point. But I started. You guys don't know the endless hours that I've been or the red-eye flight that I took, and then just went back to just working. There's so much that I don't always share, but it doesn't need to always just be showcased. But you got to understand, what is your vision? What is the hunger that you have, right? So I want you to buy your own vision, right? Number 2 is I want you to sell the vision. What are you guys selling? Which, when I say buy the vision, you got to buy the dream. It's your vision. Where are you heading? You guys know I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and to earn. And I do it through the simple model of the network marketing, which is no real investment apart using the supplements and then talking about it. And then you earn, you have a credit card because we have one here, right? And then the money goes onto the card and then boom, bada boom, you get paid for talking. Okay. So that's something for you, link in bio. But in order for me to get there, I had to sell the dream in the sense that I had to work on my discipline. I had to work on things that get me better. It's not the fact that, hey, I should go live. That is the issue. How long do I have to go live? I've been live for 3 years, guys. But you won't outwork me on going live. I'll beat you more than anybody else. If I have to go live 15 times, I'll go live 15 times. But it's the discipline because I get better at showing up. And you want to know why? One of the reasons why I go live is because you guys can see my personality. You can't see my personality when I just showcase a video that I've edited, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Jill. But you can see my energy when I go live. You can see the fact that, I got a stuffy nose and I still show up. You can see the fact that I may just stop and not talk and embrace the silence. You guys can see my hair is not perfect. I'm showcasing you so you guys can see that I'm just a human being, just like anybody else. But why am I doing this? Because I know social media is free. It's a free platform. Right now, we're on TikTok, we're on Insta, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. So meaning that anybody that follows me, maybe you on TikTok, you don't follow me, but if you like my content, do connect with me, follow me along. But then for the ones that don't follow me on Facebook, maybe on Facebook, they may find me like you guys on TikTok. Or for the ones that don't have Insta, will follow me maybe on YouTube. The reason why I'm on all different platforms is because I have to have the discipline and falling in love with not maybe seeing the results straight away, but I know at some point it's like you're going to do a little for a lot. You're going to do a lot for a little. And then at some point, you're going to do a little for a lot. It's a law, right? It's the law, Mabel. But it's falling in love with the process of getting better at your craft, getting better at finding your words. At first, when I started going live, it was very much like all with my hands, etc. I was very Italian because at the time when I started, I was living in Italy. And so that's how I started just going live, but I pre-recorded my videos and then I uploaded them every Monday. That's how I started. And then I just got better at crafting what I was wanting, which was building the brand and also selling the supplements, because I really do believe you can align body, mind, and soul. And it was just aligning them together. Hey, Tony. Hey, Sven. How are you, lives? Guys, great. And so I was aligning them all together because it made sense. But selling the dream is also the discipline in the workouts and also showcasing that I'm still selling, right? I'm still recruiting. I'm still in the market. I'm not going anywhere. Some of y'all will be like, yeah, but are you still doing your business? Yeah, I am still doing my business. What you guys think I'm doing? Like, I'm just showing up on social media just to show my face? Well, yes, got that. But I'm repeating the message. What gets repeated gets remembered. If Rihanna just posted one Fenty makeup, whatever, let's say the lip balm, would you guys still buy? No, the girl keeps on showing up all the time. Just like a song at the radio that you're hearing all the time. Like I could sing the song of Craig David, 7 Days, or Survivor, whatever, because I know the lyrics of the song. Like sometimes I even know more the lyrics of the song than where I'm walking, because the song, I could hum it, I could sing it. Like I was listening the other day, I was in the Uber car and it was Miss Independent. You know the song from Neo? Anyways, I can't remember. I know how to sing, but for some reason, of course, you can hear I've got my nose is blocked. But you know the song Miss Independent or So Sick? I am so sick of love songs. Na 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 na. Na, 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 na. And it just goes on, right? Like I really didn't tune it right, but doesn't matter. You got the point of the story. The reason is because Neo, So Sick. I literally see in my mind's eye, I see the first sort of photo shoot video that they had choreography, where it was like the mountains. And you can't tell me that you guys don't remember that Neo song. Like I still remember. And the guy and I'm like, when I'm calling you, like there's no answer on the phone or whatever. I can only hear your voice. Like that is what branding is. That is what the better version of you is wanting, is for you to show up consistently with it. The reasons I have my supplements is because some of y'all have still not bought it. I don't know why you're not buying, because probably you don't want the focus nor the energy. You don't want to feel better. You do not want to look better. You do not want a skin that looks good. You don't want the same energy. That's fine, boo. Don't take it. I don't want you to have it if you don't want the energy. Go and stay slumsy. That's fine. But I will repeat it all the time because this is the brand. Now, in the brand of the better version of you, you've also got to show up in different ways, right? Hey, sir. Hey, Charles Chinani. So in being the greatest version of you, you got to buy the dream. What is your dream? What is that you're wanting? We have 262 days left until 2024. And you're probably like, that's not a lot of days, right? That's why I'm like, I'm just pressing it on you. Like, I'm just like, here, 262 days left. We haven't even gone through summer yet, nor autumn or winter. I'm not ready for it. We just changed hours. But that is what is required of you. You're going to have to sacrifice. What is it that you have to speed up? A friend was talking to me yesterday, and he was talking to me about the fact, he's like, so how was your Q1? And I was like, compared to last year, my Q1 wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I was wanting. And I'm like, now I need to put a pedal to the metal. Like I need to We're in it. We got to recruit, we got to start growing, etc. Like, we can't float anymore, right? And it was really beautiful, even for him. He's like, same, I had to go through a lot of emotions, and I had to also face some things that I didn't really like. And I don't know if that's about you, but being the better version of you, the greatest version of you, as you're buying the dream and you're selling the dream, in between that, you got to face yourself in the mirror. What is not working, Charles? What is not working, Tony? What is not working, Joe? What is not working, Sarah? What is not working, Danny, Andy? What is not working, Yasmin? Oh, sorry, Gloria. What is not working? And so once you've understood that, right? Once you've understood what you need to put in place and say, you know what, yesterday I effed up. It didn't work. Okay, so I'm going to do something different. But today you got to show up. Yesterday I was still jet lagged. At 3, I was still up. I was like, I got so much creativity. I ain't going to bed now. But I said to myself, I need to get to bed. If I don't get to bed now, I'm going to be jet lagged for at least a week. But since I have my drinks, we're good. Right? And so once you've done, you buy the dream, you sell the dream, you repeat it all the time. I help the multicultural millennials to brand, the multicultural and multi-ethnic, to brand on social media and to earn at the same time. Who are the multicultural? Who are the multi-ethnics? Those are the ones that feel like a stranger in their own country. Yes, I am British, but I have a very heavy American accent, to a point where in the US, they couldn't figure out why I just came here, why I was in Miami, when I wasn't coming from Miami, when I said I came from London. But where's your accent from? I am a stranger in my own country, regardless of where I go. Even when I go to France, I'm a stranger, even though I speak French. Even though I've lived in Italy, I'm still a stranger. So if I'm not the only one living in countries where I feel also like stranger in my own country, what are you? Because I know I'm talking to my people. I know that you're there somewhere. I know you're like, I feel like I'm here, but it's not my country. But yet at the same time, the world is my home. Because if it's happened to me, I'm sure it's happened to you. But the beauty of that is social media will have you talk and mold who you are, but it will come with the repetition. It will come with maybe posting post and there's crickets. Like, nobody's going to interact with your posts. Now I get a little bit more interaction, yes, because I've built it on social media. But let me tell you this. I started 300 followers on Facebook, guys. Then I started, I think I was at 300 more or less on Insta. And then I built it to 1,000 on TikTok, so then I could go live. And then on YouTube, we're at least at 1,000. But this is not like something that was made in like a year. You're talking as somebody that started 9 years ago. Like, being on social media, I was on Facebook maybe 5 years ago, 4. You're not looking at somebody that just got everything, spoon. Well, no, not really. I mean, I had a great upbringing. I would not like, I've had a great upbringing. My parents have always traveled and loving family. But I've had some heartaches like you guys. I've gone through some, difficult times. I've moved 12 times. So, I don't have friends that I grew up with. So I've always had this mentality: you win soldiers and you lose soldiers. So I'm always making new friends. I'm also, you lose people and then they come back in your life. That's like the cycle of sales. That's also the cycle of life, right? It's the greatest version of you sometimes will have you shed and leave people on the side. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Carrie, right? You're going to have to shed people. You're going to have to let some people go in order for you to get onto the other side. It's not this cookie crumble and cutter, whatever it's called, where everything's perfect. Entrepreneurship is like, you get hits, you stand out, you do like, the hit, you do the uppercut. Like, there's loads of things. You do the jab. Like, it's life. But in order for you to get to the other side, you have to be willing to be the better version of you, which will require you to upgrade, which will require you to get out of that stucking season. It's impossible. You cannot grow in the same soil that you were 5 years ago. because you've changed, because you've altered. I am not the same person I was 2 years ago. I have altered. I have become a better version of me. I look much younger now. I have to get my ID because everybody says I look like 25 when I'm like 35, guys, right? And so in that, whilst you're buying the dream, you're selling the dream, the last part for you guys is you got to live the dream. Okay, cool. But like, how'd you live the dream? How Rosie love, my love? How'd you live the dream? You know, Danielle, Jenna, Sarah, Tony, how do you live the dream? You got to walk into it as if you own it. You guys probably know I was in the US. I was in Miami. Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time, love. I was there for the sales convention with Daniel G. And I met Cindy and April there, which was really, really cool. Great. I don't know if I said, how are you? Rosie, sorry. I was so into, hey, Kat. And as I went to this event in Miami, I didn't know anybody. But you best believe I walked as if I owned the freaking show. To a point that Cindy came up and she's like, are you in fashion? Because like the style you have looks very fashiony. I can put that together. I'm like, yeah, my background is like stylist. I'm a stylist and an image consultant. Now I went alone to an event, but I still showed up as if I owned the show. Now, how do you get there? Because you got to buy the dream of where you're heading. You got to trust and believe that what you're talking about, how you are, is the energy that you're fueling. You sell the dream and then you walk in the dream. I was in the kitchen and for some reason I had like this belief that came in my mind. I was like, we're going to rebuke that. Like Olivia. And I started talking like, no, we're not having these thoughts. I just spoke words and I was like, no. You're going to have to reframe your brain from time to time when you're like, this is not working. I got to reframe it. Right. And just like, yes, we were number one with selling premium nutritional supplements. Actually, we're not number one. We're number 6, but we're number 1 in Europe. Right. And we won the award in the Bravo Awards. So if you guys want any supplements, absolutely just message me. Fill in the link or you can just message me. That's really absolutely fine. But TikTok, I should leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube so you guys can watch it there. But as I was looking back at the picture that I posted, it's a transformation. I would never be able to be in a swimsuit and showcase like how I was like, because I had the L and I was just lying in my swimsuit. You would have never had me like that in 5 years ago. Never would have happened. Hey, Cinderella. Hey, Charles. Never. Why? Because I was so ashamed and I didn't like who I was. I just didn't like being in a swimsuit. I don't know if you guys can relate. You know when you have like limiting beliefs that stop you? But sometimes the greatest version of you is waiting on the other side if you just jumped. If you just said to yourself, look, I'm doing it regardless. I'm jumping because I believe that I got something that is gifted. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it will. And you just run for it. So I thought I would definitely share, hey Nabila, on the greatest version of you, which is waiting for you, is going to be buying the dream, selling the dream, living the dream, which in other words means your vision. What discipline do you need to show up every single day? You know, boundaries. What are the lines that you people can't cross anymore that you don't have time for? Like you're talking negative, I'm out. I don't want it. You want to build a business and you want to make money? Okay, let's get you started. You want to do it like in a simple way, business model, best model is network marketing model. There's no inventory, there's nothing, but you get to build step by step. But I have to be clear that this is what if you're wanting it, perfect. But if you don't want it, that's absolutely fine. But if you just want the drinks, that's absolutely perfect. But it's the repetition of like, where are we heading? We're heading for the multicultural, the multi-ethnic, to brand and to earn also at the same time, right? We're number 9, or we're number 6 in the world of supplements. We're not going anywhere. We sell 3 billion. But why am I saying this? Hey, Michelle, is because you got to sell the dream all the time. Oh, watching from Dubai. I was thinking of you this morning. I was like, is she still in Dubai? Man, send me some sun, please, because it was raining this morning. It was pouring. You should have seen. I was like, whoa, what is going on? It is pouring here in the yokai. Hey, Maya. So you can only come back if you're bringing some sun. Okay, Maya and Michelle. That's the only requirement I'm asking. So I have to sell you my dream. I have to sell you that we are number one. We have on stage Mohammed that has earned an extra 5,000 pounds. We have Maya that is French and she lives in France and she has earned an extra 200 pounds. But I have to buy the dream myself first. I've got to sell it with maybe letting go of some things, some people that won't let me grow. And you're like, look, I can't have time for you. I'm cutting you off. It's okay. And next, I have to live the dream. What is my, by the way, Michelle, what time is it? Is it midnight already over there? I have to live the dream. I have to walk into it. Maya, thanks for the likes. I appreciate you. You're awesome, my love. Right? Hey, Izzy, I have to walk into it. And walking into it means that you're going to have to hold your hand. You're going to have to talk about your product. You're going to have to repeat the message all the time, every day. You're going to have to talk as if like I'm talking to thousands, but yet here we're 4 on TikTok, we're 3, and then now we're like 9 on Facebook, and on YouTube, I think we're 1, right? But that doesn't matter. No, you're awesome, my love. I'll receive the awesomeness, but you're awesome. But it doesn't matter. I will still give you the same energy if we were like 2 in the room. Hey, precious love. Why? Because I believe it's energy. I have the energy to give because I know exactly where we're heading. I know my mission. I know it's to serve. And you'll still get some weirdos. They'll say, yeah, but there's no one in the room. Well, there's like what you're talking about all by yourself, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Some people love, like, I call them keyboard haters. They're like you're on your phone, there's no one watching out. Dude, at least I'm going live. Just sit your ass down, okay? But once you know where you stand for, you're unshakable. The greatest version of you requires you to be unshakable. You can't stop me in anything that I'm doing. I just got a message from somebody. She's like, yeah, I just wanted to know, we're recruiting in another network marketing business. Would you be interested? My love, I ain't going nowhere. The supplements is mine. The market is ours. Olivia's not going anywhere. You will have me talk like God willing that I stay on this earth for a certain amount of years, from eternity, a century, to be able to have and to be and see your transformation of your lives, to see your incomes changing, to see the transformation in you. Hey, Bernadette, we're going nowhere. And she's like, if you're staying where you are, I will still be a cheerleader. I'm like, you can be my cheerleader. That's absolutely fine, right? You've got to be passionate about, and I say passionate. Do you guys know how I started my business? Some of y'all probably don't know. How are you, Bernadette? I actually started, so I prayed to God because I was in the styling industry. For the ones that don't know, fashion industry. So I'm a fashion stylist and image consultant. So I, help to redo wardrobes on a certain basis of more people that go on stage and stuff. Anyways, right? And so at the time I prayed to God because COVID was hitting. Right. I'm doing awesome. I love, apart from like my nose that's just like blocked. But hey, the US and your AC. Miami, for the ones that do live in Miami, I can't live in you guys. We'll recruit like we'll build a team in Miami. I'll travel, but I'm not living in Miami. Like the place is too fake for me. I can't, like, I need a place that, Europe, I can go to Italy very easily. Anyways, let's focus, Olivia. So COVID hit and I was like, shoot, like everything's closing up. I don't have the love for fashion anymore. And so I prayed to God and I said, look, can you bring me something that could align body, mind, and soul? But I said, don't do network marketing, please. I'm not interested. I kid you not. God has so many ways. It's so funny. And I don't know if it's 24 hours or 48 hours. I kid you not. A friend calls me up. He says, hey, look, I have this opportunity for you. I'm like, okay, cool. What is it? He's like, it's supplements. I'm like, what? I was like, do you think I look like I would sell supplements? And he's like, do, like, you want an opportunity I have now. If you guys know, I'm second generation network marketing, so like my mom was in it, so I knew, right? Anyways, he sends me the website. Now the website now looks really nice, guys. Like, at least you guys have a nice website. 3 years ago it looked like shady German style, right? And I was like, what? He's like, look, you got 5 hours to decide. Okay. And so I just tried, like, I put my, let's say, imagine this is the credit card. So I just put my credit card, right? And I was like, okay, let me try. And then the rest is history. I've had like better energy, my focus, my skin has looked better. I mean, I get my ID all the time. I used to get it before, but my skin has just never looked better. My body has never looked better. The focus and the sharpness in my brain, I didn't think I actually needed it until I realized that I was deficient and I just couldn't focus. My mood was very low. And it's when I shifted and I realized that confidence is an internal game and you have to take care of it, then automatically that's how it changed. And so the supplements, it's a drink in the morning that you would take, fuels, cleanse your bowels, gives you the better energy, the focus, the concentration. And then the evening will help you recover and restore. So I really do believe everybody's sort of an athlete at some way, shape, or form. And so automatically it just gave me that. And then I've never looked back, and it's been 3 years. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a better like of what the supplements are. I mean, if you want to ask me more questions, please do, or you can message me. I put a a form, and then it just goes directly to my WhatsApp, my business WhatsApp, so you can ask me any kind of questions. But yeah, I went from not necessarily not believing, but the greatest version of you sometimes in the darkness of being lost, of being, when you feel that you're not energized anymore in the love that you had. I thought I was going to be a fashion stylist. Like, I was going to work with Rihanna. I was going to work with Naomi Campbell. I was going to be this greatest fashion stylist and image consultant of the planet. Like, like the bodybuilder of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but in like fashion. Lord Jesus. God was like, whatever, sit down. With that song. Is a sit down, bitch. Whatever. Anyways, I didn't mean to say that. But anyways, you got the point of the story. And yeah, turned. And I always knew I wanted to create something that had systems. But when I realized in fashion, and I don't know if you can relate Bernadette and Mels or Andy Precious, sometimes your vision of like having systems in the branding, because really wanted systems, so people that when they did fashion, when we were doing image consulting, there would be a system for them to be able to log on and to do different things, because I really believe in order for you to grow, you need systems, number one. You need energy, and you need to have like a direct way of how you can do business. And then I realized that branding was something that I loved. I could talk about branding all the time. I'm really proud of, for example, my dad and my mom that I've helped like build their brands. They're not doing network marketing, but my dad is in retail, and him being on LinkedIn, not wanting to show up, and him getting like thousands of views and comments and deals and stuff, or like it warms my heart, because everything that I've learned, I've been able to apply. I'm not your classic person that sugarcoats. I don't. I talk what I talk, and I say what I say. And if I don't have the answers, I don't have the answers. But when I realized that I had to treat the products just like a business, that's when I was like, that makes sense. Everything's a business. Everything should be 3 steps, like 3 steps to build online. Even when I sell the products, 3 simple steps. It's things that you guys, tools, could also use in your love life. You could also talk, like I was having a conversation with a friend of my dad, right? And we were having just this call of like 30 minutes of understanding who he was, and I was literally asking questions after questions after questions, and he's like, we only have 10 minutes to finish this call. Olivia, you're not going to use your sales skills on me. But I've always learned these sales skills or these selling skills, but because like this is how you get a better version of you. I believe that women were so good at selling. We're so good. Why? Because we're empathetic. We can read a room. If somebody enters right now in the room and doesn't have good energy, I know it automatically. I'm sure you know it, Bernadette, or, Mamacita, how are you, my love? Or Precious, like, hey, Athena. And so I got, that's how I started. That's how I got like into the business. So yeah, I don't know why I was saying that. My brain will literally go from one thing to another. Welcome to my world. When I went live last week, when you guys saw when I was in Miami, my dad watched my live and he's like, "Your live was kind of wild. You were everywhere. You were all over in the place." I was like, "Yeah, I think I was still jet lagged because I just landed. I went live and I was like, I was wired and fired in all so many cylinders." But you guys get to see that. I get to showcase it, right? I'm not hiding anything, right? Anyways, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Remember to be you, do you. The world does not dictate who you are, but you dictate the world. TikTok, if you guys are watching, you guys can follow me. You guys can watch the replay on Facebook, Insta, and YouTube because that is where it's on. If you guys are wanting the supplements, you guys know where to find it. Link above, or you can message me too. Ask me any kind of questions. No obligations. And that's pretty much it. Or if you just want to have a conversation, absolutely, let's go and do that. That's pretty much it. So, guys, I shall see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably be live around 12 p.m. UK time. Yeah, it'll be 12 Friday. We're going to crush it. And yeah, if you guys don't know, I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and to earn. But yeah, it was a pleasure serving you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.